is we want the ball placement to more be kind of right off our left foot. So we don't want it in the middle of our stance. A normal golf shot, we want it in the middle of our stance. For driving, we'll have it more right off our left foot here. The reason why we want that to be is because with driving, we want as little spin as possible. And the way we get less spin is if we hit up on the golf ball. Spin is produced when we have a descending blow on the golf ball, or there's friction between the grass and the golf ball and the club face. So by eliminating that and hitting up on the golf ball and reducing that spin, the ball is going to fly a little bit lower, but it's going to go screaming in the sky. It's going to go far because it has no spin. When you increase spin, you increase loft, so the ball is going to go really, really high, but it's not going to go very far because the spin is kind of reducing that distance. So it's very important to always have that ball placement kind of on the left side of your foot. And then, like I said, having a wide base, and then the backswing, you kind of want to your first move should be arms and hands moving out. It should be a really wide takeaway. So we don't want to bend our wrist first like this. It's just arms and hands moving out away from the golf ball, just like that. You guys want to try that out real quick? So this is what we don't want. We don't want wrists. All we want is arms and hands moving back, just like that. Perfect. That looks really good, guys. There you go. So everything moves back, just like that. And then, once we get to here, where kind of the club is parallel to the ground, this is where we break our wrists. So then our wrists kind of break, our shoulders are kind of moving back. And once we get to the top of the swing, once again our club should be parallel, right with the ground. It should be right above our shoulder, our right shoulder. The punter would be your left shoulder. And then our back should be facing the target. So if I was going towards that yellow flag, I want my back to be facing that target. So I wouldn't want...
Not that flexible.
It takes a little bit of break.
Not that flexible.
And actually, to increase your flexibility, a key thing that I use, and I explained this to Anthony and Daniel yesterday, I actually toe out my left foot like that. I toe out my right foot the opposite way like this, so it's kind of like aiming different ways. Now the reason why I do that is when you toe your right and left foot out, you increase your flexibility moving back. So you guys are a little restricted because you guys got big muscles. So you got a lot of room to work with. So a good thing to do would be just to toe out your left and right foot to increase your backswing a little bit so you can face the target with your back. And the same deal with your follow through. You'll be able to come to a full finish. The finish, you want your belt buckle to be facing the target. Everything should be facing the target. So it shouldn't be like an all-arm swing where everything like this and your belt buckle is pointing at the golf ball. Everything should be pointed up. Right toe should come off the ground, just like that. And we'll kind of work through that once we get into the more individual lesson. Any questions so far about driving so far?
I got one related,
Yeah.
How high you should hit the ball.
Right.
Based on, is that based on the size of your driver, the way you swing, or just comfortability?
It can be based off the size of your driver. I'd say that's the usual indicator. So if you have a big driver, just like mine or yours, and I think you have a smaller driver, so your tee length would be a little bit different. So most of the time, a good tee height to have is where I'll show you right here, where half the golf ball is above the driver. You see that? It's kind of, then half the ball is kind of below it, just like that. So you don't want it too low.
The ball in half the top of your driver.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. Yep. And that'll also help you to hit up in the golf ball too. If your tee placement is too low, and you kind of have to get after it and hit down on the golf ball, and that'll increase spin, and the golf ball won't go very far. And then if your tee height's too high, you're most likely to sky it or hit it really high in the club face like that. And the ones you see on the range, it just goes super high, and that's why it's really important to have a good tee height, so you can always hit it in the center of the club face. That's what we want, right in the center right here. So, yeah, any other questions in regards to that? Excellent. Well, I guess we might as well start getting in some golf balls.